I am back. I can never think of how to do these fucking, like, whatever. I feel stupid. Anyhow, I am back. I had surgery like 5-6 weeks ago, and so I've been laying pretty low and not wearing a lot of makeup or doing anything like that. So, yeah. I wanted to do a video today. And I need coffee. In all seriousness, anyhow, I grabbed some new products a while ago. I really haven't had the chance to use them a whole lot because I've been recovering from surgery and not wearing makeup. So I've been kind of intermittently using stuff that I wanted to I still didn't know really what I thought about it. Some of the stuff I knew right away that I really liked it. Like where did it go? Like the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof. It's like a reformulated Pro Longwear foundation, and I'm like obsessed with this stuff. I don't even know. I'm obsessed with it. And this I knew, yeah, like as soon as I put it on my face, I knew I loved it. It's like total full coverage. I'm NC 25, but honestly, I feel like I could get away with NC 30. But either way, I'm obsessed with it. And I actually didn't mean to get this. When I went there, I wanted the Smashbox Camera Ready. I guess they obviously don't have Smashbox at MAC, but Smashbox and MAC are owned by the same, they're both the same company basically, and I don't know the exact name of it off the top of my head, but like their fluid, I think it's their water something is in the name, either way, and it's obviously, it's the same type of packaging where it's the dropper type of thing, but that's what I went there trying to get, and I walked out. I said, where's the water foundation or something? Obviously, that was pretty vague. But walked out with this, and I'm really happy I did. It's a really, like, moisturizing emollient formula that you definitely have to set. But it is totally, like, I saw waterproof, and there's plenty of products I have, like the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer that has a waterproof claim on it that I really don't think is waterproof, but it is definitely long-wearing. This, on the other hand, once you set this bad boy, like, it is not fucking going anywhere. I yesterday wore it, and I literally, like, had my Clarisonic, and I use a couple different cleansers, go back and forth between a few, but yesterday I was using my Paula's Choice clear cleanser or something, and I still had foundation on, like Clarisonic to my face, blah blah blah, and like right in the nooks of my, like, there was still foundation on my fucking skin, and so I had to crank out some makeup remover to get this stuff off. So I'm really crazy happy about it. And the other one that I had two others that I just kind of wanted to, I'm not crazy into this haul shit, but if it's something I really like, as far as a review goes, I definitely want to share it. The other thing is the Laura Mercier contour palette. I have been wanting a cream contour palette for forever. I use, typically the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, or I had the NYX contour palette that I actually gave away because I wasn't super crazy about it. But I really wanted a cream contour just because I really feel like they blend out amazing and they really look skin-like. They don't add texture. They're, whatever. And I was going back and forth between the Laura Mercier and the Anastasia one. And at first I wasn't sure what I thought of this. I felt like it was really thick and it dried really quick. But the more I've used it, this is the Contour number 1 shade, which is another reason. There's like 3 contour shades here, and I really felt like at the time when I got it, my tan from summer was starting to fade, and I wasn't seeing a whole lot of, there's some pretty dark shades in here. But in all honesty, I mean, these things last for forever, and I'll probably use those darker shades in summer anyways. But I was really on the fence about, like, how creamy and what, I just didn't feel like it blended very well. But, I mean, you just have to, I'm finding you just have to work fast with it. But it is, you know, I mean, definitely a creamy, somewhat emollient formula, and the highlights are stunning. There's 2 in here. I really haven't gotten a whole lot of use out of this one, but as far as the yellow one goes, I mean, I'm like falling in love with it. You can kind of see I'm so blown out because I'm right by my window, but you know, yeah, you can't really see them, but whatever, I give up on that. But they're beautiful. They're not like shimmery. They're not shiny, wetty. They're, you know, they're just perfect. And so I think that was all that I really wanted to. Oh, and the MAC Burgundy ×9 palette. I am obsessed with this. This is what I used today to get my like smoky cat eye kind of whatever. And I can't even like say enough good things about the quality of the shadows, the color. I mean, burgundy, reds, I mean, they've always been kind of like, you know, that tarnished penny kind of look. Those have always been my favorite shade ranges. You know, like terracotta even, just because they really pop my green, you know, obviously red and green on the color wheel are opposites, so you use them together on your face. You know, if you have green eyes, whatever, they're really going to make your eyes stand out. So I've been really obsessed with this. I feel like this is all I've been using lately for eyeshadow. I have the purple palette too, which I really like quite a bit, but you know, I've always liked purple eyeshadow, but you know, I kind of decided to get it so I could push myself a little bit more out of my comfort zone. And yeah, I'm still kind of learning. I'm not learning, but I'm still trying to figure out what looks best with my complexion and eyes and whatever. And it's just a new thing, a new concept for me. But, you know, this is definitely my comfort zone. So, anyhow, yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I hope you like this. I kind of went for like a dramatic, obviously, sort of thing, but I wanted, you know, like the holidays are coming up and I have so much fun with makeup during the holidays, and, you know, whatever, like makeup in the, you know, like Christmassy, whatever time is, you know, hand in hand. So, yeah. I guess that's it. I will see you later. I'm really out of the loop on this shit. I have not done this for a while. So, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will post something soon-ish. Bye. Hey, to start off here, I'm going to use the Paula's Choice Resist Anti-Aging Eye Cream. I put a ton of this on to prevent creasing and all sorts of bad stuff when I put on my under-eye concealer. It works like a charm. And then I'm going to put on my Paula's Choice. It's the shit. It's awesome. Moisturizer as a base here. It works super good in that regard. And then I'm going to take my Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques and my Naked Beauty Balm. I like to use this as a primer. It's, you know, like a double layer of sunscreen, and just has a lot of really good properties that are, I think, better than a primer. And then I'm going to take my Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation from MAC in NC25. And I like to use my hands because I honestly like the heat dispersion. It seems to like make the product melt into my skin quite a bit better. And then I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender, which I dampened, and just blend it out. It seems to, I don't know. I go in phases with what I like to do with my foundation. And then I'm going to contour with a foundation brush. I think it's the pointed foundation brush from Real Techniques. And I'm going to go into the Contour 1 shade and just go follow my cheekbones. Really pretty standard. I really have prominent cheekbones, so all I really have to do is look down, but there's several tricks you can do in regards to taking your index finger at the top of your ear and go towards your lips. You know, that's your cheekbone. And I like to kind of round mine out a little bit to make my cheeks look a little more feminine, as opposed to going with a stark, like, straight line. And then I always go on the top of my forehead. I don't really do the temples a whole lot because I've got such a long face. And then I always go right below my chin as well to kind of shorten my face a little bit. And it just adds some dimension, some glow. Yeah, contours the shit. And then I use my beauty blender just to blend it out. And that makes it quite a bit easier. So I always do this on wet foundation or tacky foundation, and then I set with my NARS translucent setting powder and a powder puff. So, and then I'm just going to take off any excess with my Real Techniques blush brush because it's ginormous and it works well for that. And yeah, trying to think of what the hell I was doing. And then I'm going to dip into my MAC Burgundy x9 palette, and I'm going to go into the shade Star Violet. Or actually, no, this was Antiqued. It's a really, really lovely burgundy. It really looks like a burnt penny to me. But it's a really warm, shimmery satin finish. And it just works really well with my eyes. It really makes my eyes pop. And I'm using just a packing brush here. And then I'm going to take my Wayne Goss blending brush and just blend out the edges. And you kind of, you don't want to put a ton of pressure down when you're doing this, but everybody has different techniques for blending. And I like to use just the end of my brush, get in where I need to with my crease, and yeah, just kind of do it that way. And then I'm going to do kind of a winged, really great for hooded eyes, kind of a feline effect with it's the Embark shade on the palette. And I'm just going to go in the corner and kind of work up at a 45-degree angle towards the tail of my brow. And just pack it down. I'll blend it later, but right now we're just going to pack it down and just put it where we want it to go. And I'm going to go to the 45-degree angle, and then I'm also going to kind of cut back in a little bit over my crease. And then we'll blend it. It'll look really good when it's done. But for now, I'm just laying out the foundation of what I want to do. But yeah. And I'm using my, this is the brush that came with my Naked palette or whatever. It's a really good, like, lay-down brush, I think. And then I'm taking my Wayne Goss and pulling my skin a little bit taut here just to help with the blending process. And honestly, I like to do my shadow work before I lay down any concealer or anything like that, because I really find even if I set it, the tackiness and whatever, if I have fallout, it just makes it a lot more messy. So a lot of times I honestly don't do any foundation work, and I just do my shadow work and leave it at that. But yeah, like the key with blending is just blending, 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 going over and over and over and over again. And then I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk, like, small shadow brush with Foxy from the Naked Basics palette. And that also really seems to help with the blending process, just carrying over a little bit into the boundaries of the burgundy shade I had on and just working it in there so it kind of just diffuses out instead of having lines. It really seems to make it a lot more of a cohesive look instead of a, line upon line upon line upon line. You really can't see it. It's so diffused. And I'll even do that on the outer perimeter as well. And then I'm just going to take Honey Lust just on the outer edge of my brow bone just for a pop. And then I'm going to do my brows here with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown, just super quick. And yeah. Best trick ever. Take a little bit of hairspray, put it on your spoolie brush instead of a brow gel, and just use that to keep your brows in place, and they won't go anywhere. I do this at nighttime to kind of train my brows. I'm trying to grow them out, and just to kind of train them to grow right up in the right way, because if you pluck them downward, they grow down. And then I'm taking Sketch, and I'm using my Push Liner brush from Wayne Goss, and I'm just going to use that as a liner. Just really simple. I'm going to go over with another kohl liner, but you know, I just kind of like it just adds more definition. And then I'm also going to take sketch and I'm going to go underneath the eye, not really in the waterline a whole lot, maybe a little bit, but just along the lower, just attaching the tail end of the work I did above, and yeah, just smoking it out. And then this is the kohl liner from Labri, and I'm just throwing this in my waterline. And I'm going to work it above as well. And then we're going to curl our lashes. Fun times. And put down our mascara. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. Fancy schmancy. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. And then I'm just going to place that under my eyes. And then I'm going to set it with the Pale Yellow Bobbi Brown Sheer Finish Pressed Powder. It's super brightening, and I think it works fantastic for the under eye area. And then I'm stippling on Crisp from the How About Them Apples palette from the Balm. I'm just stippling it on. It really is an awesome dupe for NARS Orgasm. And then I'm going over the areas I contoured with my Chocolate Soleil bronzer just for some depth and diffusion with the color. And then I'm taking the golden highlight from my Laura Mercier palette and just going over my nose, tops of my cheekbones, and my Cupid's bow just for a little bit of extra glow. And then I'm taking my NARS Satin Lip Pencil in Ricugin. It's a really mauvey, pretty, shimmery color. And then a little bit of Max Fix Plus. And there you have it. Super smoky, burgundy, pretty eyes, and super flawless skin. I hope you guys liked my little video.